Hello everyone, my name is Hans Rueffert from the Gastric Cancer Foundation. I'm a board member as well as a survivor. And I'm here with my friend Ellen Steinberg, who always sort of backs me up in my food nerdiness with facts and science. And one of the questions people ask me about is about fiber, because there's sort of some, I think, not contradicting, but just sort of questions about, do we need more fiber, do we need less fiber? And it's a big part of our digestion. So for someone with or without a stomach, let's talk about fiber.
Absolutely. Fiber is a funny thing in that it can help many things that may look like two totally different things. While some fiber can help with diarrhea, other can help with constipation. So I think it's important to realize that there are two types of fiber.
Okay.
You have the soluble fiber, which basically is in relationship to its viscosity, or whether or not it dissolves in water.
Okay.
Soluble fiber, as its name implies, dissolves in water. Insoluble fiber, as its name implies, does not dissolve in water.
Sure.
So the soluble fibers are what may help get bulk and may help you go to the bathroom easier if you're constipated. Therefore, they create sort of a viscous sort of consistency. So if you had watery diarrhea, for instance, soluble fiber could actually dissolve, make it a little more congealed, and help with that diarrhea. Whereas insoluble fiber does not dissolve in water, and it can help absorb water in your gut and help you go to the bathroom. Now, what's happened over the years is so many products now include fiber. That's what's called functional fiber. So you have dietary fiber, which you find in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and you have functional fibers, which you find in processed foods or foods where they have extracted and isolated fiber and then put it in something else.
Is that what psyllium is, or is that?
Psyllium is a form of fiber that they sometimes, yes, extract and then put in a processed or otherwise processed food. Therefore, you're getting the benefits of fiber without actually eating, say, an apple.
Sure.
I'm not saying that they're better or worse. They're just allowing consumers to have options.
Sure.
If they're not eating their fruits and vegetables, which is always, of course, the preferred form. But these products are perfectly safe. What I would like to say, though, is some of them can cause gas. Some of the chicory root, some people have one called, there's a fiber called Inulin, which is naturally found in bananas, and they add to processed foods. Sometimes that can make people have unwanted gas. So I always recommend, if you're looking for it in a processed food, make sure you can identify what the actual fiber is. So that way, if you have a problem with the product, you can then sort of think maybe it was that form of fiber that they put in it.
And that's where I think having a nutrition expert as part of your team, it doesn't have to be, I think people sometimes resist having structure, like they don't want to feel like there's the food police following them.
Right.
But this kind of information, I was totally ignorant to, even though I was a food professional. These sort of nuanced things, I would think of fiber as being sort of fibrous, you know what I mean? Like
right,
just the
exactly.
basic overall term, not knowing that there are individual specific fibers that have very specific functions on the body. And once your GI system has been compromised, rearranged, added to, taken away from, those things can be amplified. You mentioned gas. I mean, that is something that we normally don't talk about on a cooking show, but it is some very real thing.
It's a real problem.
And it can make you miserable, as can diarrhea and as can constipation. And if the foods that you eat can affect that, then absolutely it helps to be armed with that knowledge, going forward.
And Hans, I think it's important to realize that foods are not soluble, insoluble fiber. It's a mix. And the best example I can give is an apple. The outside of the apple, the skin, is an insoluble fiber, whereas the inside of an apple has pectin. That's a soluble fiber. So think of the foods that you eat as being mixtures of both, but knowing where they come from can help you sort of pick and choose depending on maybe what symptoms you're having.
Well, and that brings up a good point. Is for me, from my point of view, it always is the whole food seems to be, at the end of the day, oftentimes
Always
the
best.
better solution. Yes, if you need to supplement, there are supplements, but so many times I want to wear a shirt that says "Eat the damn carrot," because rather than trying to extract the carotene, eat the carrot. Exactly. So, but thank you. That sheds some good light on that. And again, I think knowledge is power, especially when you're dealing with such a unique sort of plumbing there.
It is unique. Yeah. Absolutely.
Thank you, Ellen.
Nice seeing you.
And thank you guys for watching. We've got a lot more episodes here on the Gesundheit Kitchen. Until then, take care.